610 in this bitch. You rap it and throw it up. I rap for my squad, I die for my squad. You see it, you know what's up. These niggas hate on me, but I do not give a fuck. You live by the 6, you die by the 6. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You live by the 6, you die by the 6. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up.
Six Reaction Podcast. I got my man Blaine Pierce on here. Blazing Body Fitness. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, man.
We out here vibing.
We vibing. But we gonna vibe out to this real fast. Shout out to my man Martin Alexis.
You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You live by the 6, you die by the 6. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You rap it and throw it up. You live by the 6, you die by the 6. You rap it and throw it up. They gon' hate for my ambition, I know. They gon' hate for my ambition, I know. They gon' hate for my ambition, I know.
Fit. That's us, bro.
Double the cup, the hand I be pouring up. Addicted to pain, I got it all in my lungs.
So again, shout out Martin Alexis. You know what I mean? Another town native. Y'all know how we coming. I try to play as much town music on here as possible. You know what I mean? Right now we go get in here with B Pierce. You know what I mean? He gonna tell us how it's going. You know what I mean? With the Blazing Body Fitness, y'all know how it go. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what I'm about. I just promote all health, fitness, and wellness. So Blazing Body Fitness is the brand.
So show them the logo real fast. Show them the shirt. Let them know what's going on, man.
Blazing Body Fitness is the brand right here.
Okay.
So if you see this is all me. Pretty much like I told him, I've been doing this for a good little while. Sports management, sports science major, Delaware State University alumni. So, you know, I got the background, the football background. But I've always been pretty much really into working out. Served itself as a purpose. You one of those kids with the anger management issues like that. That was my go-to, you know. So instead of getting in trouble, getting into fist fights and things like of that nature, just going to work out, and then just became like something that I make sure I do on a daily basis. When I was in college, I used to work at our wellness center on the campus, and people would come up to me all the time. Of course, a lot of times it was the female would come to me all the time. We set up little workout plans, and I pretty much took that and ran with it. I had pretty much a good mentor back in town. Chad Watkins, he owned his own gym, actually right around the corner from here, called Max Fitness Center. Him and his what's his name? Him and what's the guy's name? Chad Watkins and that's bad. Brain blank. I'm drawing a blank.
Hey,
but
tell them just blame it on the Eagle.
But pretty much they mentored me a lot and broke down exactly like the sciences, the whole functioning of the gym, how to get sales and maintenance, and making sure you got your equipment's intact, making sure everything is presentable, how they pretty much broke down their packages and how they sold different packages and how they promoted their packages to the clientele. And for some reason, like I said, I just was into it right away.
Alright, so let's take it back. We're going to take it back, way back. Because I want to hear some stuff that you maybe not have, you know, disclosed. Or, you know, people, I know everybody got a story. You know, even, it's funny, Percy was telling me, you know, stories about my pop that I never knew. That's hilarious that people will see when that episode dropped. We ain't going to get into it now. But, you know, so we're going to take it back. Let's take it back. You went to the high, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so you went to the high. Let's start at, what was your first introduction to like fitness and, you know, fitness, strength and fitness?
At the high school?
Yeah, at the high school. What was the sports and stuff you played, and like, you know, what was the best thing? What was the best thing that you liked in the weight room?
So, introduction, not too sure about what my introduction. I mean, what stands out from the high school to me is I remember when we were playing football, particularly our senior year. Coach Grove was still there.
Okay.
And I remember we may have had like a PE class, and Grove would just let us just rock out and go to the gym, and we would love to just, pretty much go away from the traditional gym class and go to the gym and work out, and we would work out and sometimes even watch film inside the gym.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, that was what you want to call it. It's just like this whole setup, he has here is like a sanctuary. So that, I felt like that was like the sanctuary. So it was like that was your time where you could just zone out, get a good workout in, not really think about, like, pretty much have a care or a worry or what have you. And we would just get it in, work out, talk trash, of course, or whatnot, discuss different the teams we were about to play or what have you. And so that was pretty much those were pretty much times that I could think about that I enjoyed. I remember PE class where a lot of times, like, we played basketball, like I said, I played football. I only played basketball like my 9th grade year. Wasn't that good.
But you just played
defensive specialist.
But you pretty much played, pretty much played just football throughout your whole high school career.
Football,
or you played
and I played track.
Okay,
I
so
did track my last year.
Okay.
Or whatnot. So, and I think, I know I was half decent at track in middle school, but I was more of a 400, 200 runner.
Okay.
And anybody knows 400, that's almost feels like it's a distance runner, but it's an all-out sprint.
Okay.
And so, young at the time, I didn't want to do the preparation to do the compete and do the 400. So that I pretty much stayed away from that when we first went in high school. But of course, knowing that I was going to go to college and attempt to play, I said I had to get my speed up. So that was pretty much why I did track like my last year.
So what was your transition in from high school to college? Because if I'm not mistaken, when did you major in, what was it again?
Sports management.
Sports management. Was that like the first thing, or did you like skip a couple? Did you hop around until you got to there?
So when we first got there, they might have had. I think they had like a physical therapy program.
Okay.
And so I was into that, and it's like an athletic training. I think I want to say athletic training.
Okay.
And so I started it. And then the first semester, they dropped the major.
Okay.
And they might have dropped both the majors. And so I started off, and so then I transitioned into physical education. I did the whole curriculum of physical education. And then in Delaware is a little different from Pennsylvania. So Delaware, you have to pass your Praxis 1, and you have to pass your Praxis 2.
Okay.
And so a lot of nursing majors probably couldn't understand. They had to relate with us or whatnot because they had a big test that they had to make sure that they took as well. And it's almost equivalent to like a SAT.
Okay.
And so I pretty much waited until maybe like close to my junior year to attempt to take the Praxis the first time. And so I pretty much listened to a lot of upperclassmen before me.
Okay.
They must have failed it a bunch of times. And so I got this, as I've always been like that with big standardized tests like PSSA testing and all that. I never did good with that type of stuff.
Okay.
But it became to be this extra thing with me, so high anxiety about taking it. But each time I took it, I really didn't I really like the different sections. I believe the first time I took it, I missed them by like maybe like 6 points or something like that for passing grade for the test. But it was like, the 2-hour long testing.
Yeah.
And so by the time I took it one time my junior year, and I think I only might have took it twice.
Okay.
And so, but by the time I actually took it, I had went through the whole entire physical education curriculum, and I didn't have any more classes that I could take. I had to pass Praxis 1, and then I think that same year that I was trying to take Praxis 1, they had did the rule where you had to pass Praxis 1 and Praxis 2 before you did your student teaching and your Methodist classes. So I was stuck pretty much because I had did every class that I could possibly take and passed them with the PE major, and it was like you had to get past these 2 standardized tests. So like a bunch of other people at Delaware State, I just transitioned into sports management because I said, one,
it was similar.
Yeah, it was similar. A lot of the courses transferred over, and then I knew the different things that I was really into. Of course, because I was a football player at once upon a time up there, and I was into already working out, into a lot of different sports. I said, I know I could train. I know if I apply myself, I could be a sports agent. I know I could do sports scouting. I know I could coach.
So those were all okay. So here's the question. So from that major, all these things that you're naming is the things within that field or career-wise that you could go with that major that you would have graduated with, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So all right, when you were your thinking process when you were going through that, what was the main thing that you was focused on? Because like when you were sitting up here, you were saying you could do, you see you could be an agent, you seen you could be a trainer, all that stuff. What was the thing that you really wanted to do?
My biggest thing was really just, even aside from just those different specific things, it's always in me to give back. So I always wanted to be able to help knuckleheads from where I'm from or whatnot, and be able to get them above the curve.
So training has probably been that curve.
True.
Everything else wasn't really that curve, because obviously as an agent, that ain't really the curve.
True.
For me, obviously, as a football coach, it could be the curve, but as a trainer, it kind of gave you, I'm guessing, the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and when I came home, I coached too. I coached. I did Plymouth. I did ABA basketball. Okay. I coached Eisenhower Middle School for like 3 years. We went undefeated all three seasons. Okay. And I think 1 year with Coach Bates and Coach Bud Epps. Okay. We did 1 year at the 9th grade level.
Shout out to them, Nubbatown natives. I mean, I'm gonna have everybody look. When y'all come up to Taste Reaction Podcast, understand this. Everybody it's gonna be a vibe. Everybody gonna have a good time. And when you look at our track record, y'all could be like, damn, he had an interview with him. I mean, we gonna have a whole list or whatever, but I mean, we focus on you right now. But that was just something I had to throw in there. But okay, so you was explaining that you really wanted to get involved with the knuckleheads and the youth and like really steer people in the right direction, like the youth. You wanted to steer the youth in the right direction.
Yeah, I wanted a position like I said, working out and exercise, fitness and sports. That's what I'm all into. But then at the same time, I'm in the empowerment and encouraging our youth.
Okay.
So, I mean, with coaching was self-fulfillment to me, because like your dad knows, when you're coaching a kid in sport, you're not just coach. You become
a parent.
Your parent, a big brother, a mentor, or what have you. Somebody that has in a position to be able to give a lot of influence to the kids. And so that was a lot. There was a lot of self-fulfillment in those different roles and those different positions, and so I definitely took them head on.
So you understood that from jump, because like reason I say you understood that from jump, like I even had this conversation with Percy. We were talking and we were saying that like, I mean, he was saying that he understood the system of what happened in Norristown with the coaches when they had transition from us, like Coach Smith, my dad, Coach Rock, to going to where they went to now being back with my dad and Coach Rock. Like, so he was like, he understood, he agreed with my point, which is like the high school pretty much, you know, stuck their foots in their mouth or ass, however you want to, because they brought coaches in that didn't understand the culture.
Absolutely.
Our kids need people who understand the culture. And my dad or Coach Rock were always that people, so to just bring in outsiders because they had quote-unquote credentials didn't make sense for us. And I think that's where we fell as a community, and we fell as a lot of people. We can't just fully put it on the administrative, because I felt as though there's a lot of things that we should have did as a community to get them back into position. Because like, I think about it like this, right? A lot of our kids, we lose a lot of talent to out-of-state schools. And we're talking about high school at this point. We're talking about Malvern Press. We're talking about like, you know, Owen J. Roberts. Like, we talking about private schools, places that you pay to go to school. We lost a lot of our kids to that because of them feeling like Norristown wasn't the best place to go behavioral-wise, academic-wise, or they didn't have the right coaching people that people was really messing with in the sports positions that they felt as though needed to be in those positions. So I feel as though that set us back a lot, because if we losing our top spec, you know, prospect athletes to these other schools, that takes away from what we could really do as a team.
True indeed. Like you said, I believe half the battle is being able to be able to engage the student. And so, like you said, like your dad, Coach Ra and Coach Rock, it's like you want to have kids, you want to have students that actually reflect the players to me. And so, you know, it helps a lot. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but it helps a lot when you have coaches on your staff that actually reflect the player body, if that makes any sense. And
partially I agree, but this is where I disagree. Like, to me it kind of is the end all be all, because again, if you can't tap into the kids' mental, and you can't tap into those kids like what they really going through, how can you expect to coach these kids? They can't even take you serious if they don't even see that you realize the community they come from. Like, we was literally talking, when I was talking to Percy, we was talking about kids who got to eat Crown every night, or kids that don't even eat a meal every night. You feel me? They want to see that same coach who could understand they struggle, even if he not fully going through it, he at least understand they struggle. So I kind of feel like that is the end all be all, because they need to be able to have somebody who they can relate to.
No, you're absolutely right. And when I say I don't know if it's the end or be all, because I really can't speak for both. I think I might understand and know Rod a little better.
Okay.
And so, when I say that is, you know, sometimes coaches that, and not to me, automatically they have my immediate support, my 100% undivided support, because it's someone that reflects the kid, looks like they reflect the kid, and they weren't that far removed from the game, so a lot of those different aspects help. But sometimes you have people that have been underneath certain leadership and they carry on traditions of the same leadership that they were under before that might not have been successful. And so that's the only time when I say it might not be the end all be all, but hopefully, like with everybody, all negative experiences don't have to be.
So yeah, go ahead. So you was like when we branch out to other places, it's gonna become like a floodgate.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it's not just a town thing. It's a every area thing. Whether you from Mount Airy and you a podcaster or a trainer, or you sell clothing, you got to branch out. The people where you from, a lot of times they don't jump on or they don't catch on and want to support until they see other people that they know from outside of the area.
Start popping. So, okay, my perception or, whatever on that is this, right? I get that. But I'm a holdout because I'm from my town. I'm a real true Norristown native type guy. I understand that I could reach out to these other places and get love. And probably even get double the love that I get in town because people just fickle until you become that popping platform and everything like that. But like my thing is I'm so focused on town. I love the tri-state area. Philly, Delaware, Jersey, all that. You feel me? Chester. I love all y'all guys. We gonna reach out to y'all real soon. But right now, I need people to understand that I want to make a platform for town. And when I make a platform for town and we branch off to other places, we become a major platform. When we become a major platform, when people from town come on here, they get noticed from people that probably wasn't even looking at them in the first place. That's why I started Taste Reaction Podcast. I started Taste Reaction Podcast because one, it was a tough ass name. It clicked. That could be taste for music. That could be a taste for women. That could be a taste for cigars, alcohol, food. Whatever the case may be, whatever your taste is, your preference. Yeah, man, we gonna handle all that.
Freak boy, you heard me. Taste for women. Like the lady handling everything that runs everything on the outside.
But see, we talking about taste for women with the guests that come on. We not gonna get me jammed up. So, I mean, so with that, right? So with that being said, like, I'm too focused. I'm focused right now because, like I say, like. We got a breakfast club in Norristown. LA got a somewhat breakfast club in Norristown. They got multiple platforms. You feel me? New York City, they got breakfast club. They got, Jersey got the Joe Budden podcast. All these places that's becoming popping got a wide range of whatever. Why can't we have that? We got so much talent here that people don't even make it out. What's the artist that we literally seen grow from the dirt to like a Meek Mill status? I think that comes down to us not having the networking, people being on bullshit, and I'm just gonna keep it real. That's on Taste Reaction Podcast, and we can sit down and we could debate anybody who wanna have that debate. A lot of people be on bullshit.
It's all about the process. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I give you kudos, like you said, for wanting this. You pretty much trying to rock for the whole team, home team first.
Absolutely.
And no one can knock you with that. Like my thing is, that's the way that I went about it first as well. When I got out of school, the first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure I trained athletes. The first athletes I trained was the athletes back home. I had frat brothers, I had different dudes that I used to play with that had family members and friends that I could reach out and train as well. Out of the area, different outskirts. I chose back home first. And so there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the knowing that home ain't always gonna take care of you the way you should be taking.
As long as you got that vision. I got that vision. I understand that. So eventually, just like I said, a couple more episodes, and then we gonna branch out. Cause just like I said, I've talked to people outside. even if I do the interviews now and that shit don't come out till like 3 months later, cool. You know what I mean? We focus on town right now. There's a lot of movements going on. I feel like 2018, I mean, a lot of stuff rocking off. Taste Reaction Podcast is going to be within that stamp on, you know, years going forward. Because, again, I told everybody, this is the most creative I've ever felt. You feel me? I'm talking heavy. When I get alcohol in my system, look. I mean, I just let people know. I mean, it ain't like I won't say this when I don't have alcohol in my system, but like I said, it's real life stuff. Like, you gotta understand the culture. I feel like I understand the culture.
But that's how you're supposed to be with any, especially your brand.
Yeah.
This is your business. This is your baby. So you're supposed to be confident, and you're supposed to have the utmost of confidence for your brand and pushing your business.
How did you actually get into and start your process of being a physical fitness trainer?
So pretty much like a little bit like I started earlier. I just had good mentors, pretty much from the area, from town. Pretty much break down to me about the business, just the whole operations of the business. And when I was in college, I worked in the wellness center, so I had what you want to call that a work studies in the wellness center, and so just pretty much picking my my professor. I think it was my professor, or she might have been an adjunct, same thing, teacher. She just picking her head, and she's teaching me everything. How to take body fat analysis, how to structure my my fitness plans, how to meal prep, and a bunch of different things. And just being that pretty much popular or known guy around the campus, a lot of different people gravitated to me, and it made it easy for me to pretty much have my trial and error while in college. See if I can pretty much put different fitness programs together. If I could actually get them the results that they're trying to get in this one. You in college, so you ain't really caring about money or whatever like that. You might charge something, you might not.
Absolutely.
Just to see, like I said, you pretty much I'm in there. I'm getting paid to do the work study, only a little couple dollars or what have you. But when you're in college, you little couple dollars, that's a lot or whatnot when you're in college. So
and just let everybody know that we all got to start from the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. So It's like all these people that want to give up, because I'm a prime example. You probably a prime example in some ways. We all somewhat gave up at some point in time. I'm letting everybody know I ain't giving up no more. You know what I mean? We got to put in that groundwork. It don't matter what it take, investment, even if we got to go in debt a couple times. When you really chasing a dream, you got to chase that dream. Everybody not going to see it from the jump.
But like you said, the thing of it is, you with the, especially in fitness, it's not crazy all the time. Like things have a crazy imagery or whatever on the when you're on the outside looking in or whatnot. Like, no, of course it don't just pop off right away. And like I was just saying to him when I first came home, it's just like it's a lot of hustle and bustle. You might get a couple kids that know you or whatever, know that you played football.
What up when you came home? What you mean?
Huh? Oh, no. When you graduated. You graduated from school. Graduated. So you might get a couple of athletes that might train with you because they know you played or what have you, or the parents know that you played, and so you get them, but they're kids. They're not going to stick with the bus so long. And the parents not gonna keep on wasting money if the kid's not sticking with it. So a bunch of different trial and errors if it's gonna work or if it's gonna work and add up for, you know what I'm saying, a profit. So I spent a lot of time renting space around the area, the community, because I didn't want the average work at a LA Fitness get the 40 to 60% split. Meaning the trainer get the 40%, the facility get the 60%. I never wanted that.
Nope.
So I knew that when I came out there. Exactly.
You want You want the biggest profit. And this is what I want to teach people. My mentor, the person I look up to, y'all might say it's crazy, y'all might see a little bit of traits or not, I don't care. Joe Budden, prime example. One of my top, you know, mentors, I would say, even just through the screen, or, you know, people I look up to, because, again, people don't even understand. If you really follow Joe, and where his podcast at now, and the big moves that he just made with Spotify and everything with a podcast, bro, he really doing it for the creators. It's too much money out here for us to be taking 40%, letting another company take 60%. When we making the content, when we putting in the work.
Exactly.
So I absolutely understand where he coming from there, but I mean, keep on. You know, I had to have a little rant real fast.
That's all good.
Well, go ahead.
And so, I knew coming, just getting out of school, finding out what the math was, I knew I never really wanted to do that.
Okay.
And so, a lot of times, training the athletes outside, finding out the different locations, like our rec centers, our community centers in town, a bunch of different facilities in town. Like he was just saying to you guys earlier, I try to keep it 100 with where I started, where I grew up from, where I came from. And I wanted to make sure I pretty much I got my start back where I'm from, and so I tried that for a good little while. Did Carver Center, I did trained at a church, and I was doing a bunch of like boot camp classes now, and that was funny because, like you said, I told you, I was used to dealing with just training people individually, and so it was always one-on-one. I did strength and conditioning first, and then I just branched out to just regular, just personal fitness. And so that was like a whole change of what I was used to. Just training your average Joe, just somebody worrying about just being in shape, not so much as sport related. So that was a whole different transition for me in itself. And so when I started doing the mathematics and doing the research, it was like, all right, cool. I can go ahead and do a lot of group fitness classes, and that'll give me different leads to setting up personal one-on-one sessions in the grand scheme of things. Make sure I keep my classes upbeat, make sure I keep it fun, make sure everybody's interacting with each other, encouraging, motivating each other. And so people who don't traditionally like to actually work out or like the gym actual setting, I'm just renting out like gym spaces, like a basketball court type of space, or I'm working out with them outside, so that they don't have the gym feel. They don't have to have the insecurities of being in the actual gym. And they're just getting a good workout, a good sweat, getting the heart rate up, burning
So where
a
you
lot
go?
of calories.
Do you go to people's house, or do you have a specific place or specific places?
I mean, for me, I do it all. Right as of right now, I do it all. I'll be mobile. I'll go to houses. I train out of a gym, 2725 West Main Street, Trooper Road.
Because my little pain in the ass, she needs somebody outside of me, because I'm you probably know the culture I come from. I'm straight to the point, hard body, everything, That's what I got from my pops. So, sometimes that ain't for everybody, but
Exactly.
that's kind of hard for me to break out of those habits, because it's like, if you ain't gonna put in the work, and I'm up here putting in the work and showing you that this is what can happen if you put in the work, because people don't know I lost 80 pounds.
Yeah, nah, you did a good job. I know that.
You feel me?
So the thing of it is, it's very hard to train or work out with your significant other, but like I said, I do it all. I train with you mobily. I'll come. I do home visits. Like I said, I train out of the gym. I rent space, so I'm at 2725 West Main Street, Trooper Road.
Okay.
I do Tuesdays and Thursdays It's a group fitness class. It's high intensity interval training.
Cardio.
Huh?
Is it cardio?
So it's a little everything. It's
Okay.
your own body weight.
Okay.
It's a lot of lightweight.
Okay.
Dumbbells, kettlebells,
Okay.
the battle ropes, flipping tires and different stuff like that, sludge hammers.
Hold up. Just so you say, shout out to the person behind the camera. She doing a good job this time. She not, oh my God, you know 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, she doing a good job today. I mean, we this how y'all know we getting better, show and improve. That's what it's all about. And fitness and everything, show and improve. So shout out to that, young man. Shout out to that. Go ahead, do what you doing. We clowning right now. We geeking out. We listen to everything you saying, bro.
I do all of that. Like I said, those are the classes, and then at the same time, I do personal training. So we just have to designate your availability.
So, how you feeling? How does Eagle Rare? How does the Eagle Rare taste? Let's talk about that, and then we're gonna go back into everything else. I got a couple questions, but we go back into everything else.
It's great, man.
Okay.
The
It gets smooth after a while.
This is my zone.
When you do the sipping joint, did it help?
Absolutely.
Did it not help? Because I really ask people that to see if it really helped. Because majority of the time I get people saying it really helped.
Nah, it really did. It's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it got you in a nice little groove, nice little zone. So
Yeah. You under the lights, you feel like a star?
I'm where I want to be.
You feel like
Where
a
I wanna
star
be.
under the lights? Because first he was like, damn, we under the lights. We under the microphone. I mean, we sipping. We got, and not even just him, but everybody. You feel me? Everybody like, oh my God, is it good? Because I'll be trying to get as much bad feedback as possible. Because look, I'm my own like worst enemy. Because I want shit to be like top notch. I want us to go to the top. And how can we go to the top if everybody telling me, oh my God, you know? Because I can understand if it's good. Because like I feel as though I had a good setup, I had a good process. But now I know even if people don't give me bad feedback, I'm gonna look at this because I'm gonna chop it up like 100 times.
Guys, it's like we on a live set. The sun, the lights are shining in my eyes. They say lights, camera, action. The lights are shining. You know, I'm in a nice place. He done included this into the equation.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to be on my ones and twos. And
We're gonna call that tell the truth juice. Tell the truth juice. Can't nobody escape it, you know what I mean? I did it on purpose. I'm gonna have everybody on here ranting like, yo, the administrative, blah, 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 blah. They ain't do what they, I mean, we not here to, I mean, I try to be as positive as possible, but I mean, if people got something on their chest, I'm gonna sit back like this and just let you talk.
Shout out to the football team. Hope y'all do good this season. I'm 100% behind you guys, supporting you all the way. Friday, tomorrow's the
Hold
big
up.
game.
I don't think that's what he was saying. Tell him what you were saying behind the camera.
Right. I'll be there Friday, tomorrow.
I'll be there too, yeah, I mean,
Support you.
shout out to my company, yeah, I mean, whatever, I'll be security at the game, you know what I mean, I'll be at the front gate, you know what I mean, doing whatever. That's actually, I feel like everything come full circle, because a lot of people don't know, my company just picked up the game, so, you know, I'll be at the game, I mean, security doing my thing, you know what I mean, a second generation of security at the high school, I mean, doing the thing, but, what was I about to say? You know, yeah, we vibing out. You have a good time. So you had, you know, you feeling the alcohol, you feeling the cigar. What do you feel about the set? Tell me, you know, give your feedback.
It's
positive, good.
It's a great platform, guys. Like, honestly and truthfully, not just saying this because of the alcohol. It's a great platform.
The Eagle Rare got him up here lying to me and stuff.
Nice, cool, calm, and collective vibe.
Yeah.
The whole vibe is great.
So what's negative? Can you pick up any negatives?
What's negative?
Yeah.
I don't have any negatives. They got something going on for us right now. No mosquitoes, there's no bugs is biting me up. You know, it's all positivity in the atmosphere tonight. All positivity.
Okay, so another person that came on here and that don't want to give me no negative feedback. So I guess I gotta chop up videos and see what's the negative feedback myself. And see, because I kind of already know what I need to fix and everything. But, right now, this is just a good vibe. You feeling good? You had a good workout today?
Yeah. Good class. I had a light group today. Training and working out was 3, but the energy was, see with me, the energy was good. As long as I get people dedicated, that's going to work for me, that's going to allow me to push them to their limits, that's going to actually listen to what it is that I'm asking them to do. I'm great. I'm 100. Now when you get people who don't want to listen, who just want to complain on top of complain, I'm fine with I'm actually fine with complaining.
I'm not.
If you're actually moving and you actually trying to shine for me.
Look, he's fine. Look, I'm not. Look, I'm gonna tell you, yo. If you want to complain, you could go home. You can complain. We not about all that complaining stuff. And maybe that's why I'm doing a podcast right now and I'm not doing physical training. Cause, like I said, I'm not sitting up here babying you. I could baby you for a couple days, but after a couple days, if you're giving me the same excuses, it is what it is. And this is how I feel. What do you feel? Where does diet and workout come in? Because I feel like diet is about 80% of the work.
It definitely is. I really don't like the terminology diet. I just was like conscious, like good eating habits. That's what I'm about.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been bullshitting lately. Like I lost 80 pounds. I'm kinda on a downward spiral of losing weight, even though I'm drinking alcohol. I'm doing this and a third, but I'm cutting back on meat, so I'll do vegetarian patties, whatever. And just from me doing my diet and drinking a lot of water, that helps even if I'm not working out. Even though I want to get back on the workout tip, I'll be so busy and I'll be, stuff be so whatever.
Eating habits is the most important key. Is the most important key.
Top priority.
Eating habits. I tell all my clients, everybody has their own thing or their thing that they're pressed to the forefront. But I tell all my clients, like, the best thing specifically to make it unique to you, you want to consult with you actually want to take the time and at least once consult with a nutritionist so they can be able to so they can be able to dictate whatever your nutrition levels is, when you can eat a certain amount of calories in a certain window of time, because everybody's times are different. I might get away with eating this many calories at this particular time, and you may not.
Me too.
And same thing, vice versa. So that's why you want to meet with a nutritionist, and it's not so much as about dieting, because commercial diets is not for everybody. It's really not, and a lot of type of different diets that you have in the magazines or what have you. My research has shown that it's a lot of times catered towards females. Dairy and a lot of that stuff that's really not, like, when you have diets that's it has a lot of dairy involved in them, that's really not for us men, and it takes our testosterone level down. So you don't really want that.
Which it sucks because I love dairy, but you know what I did? I switched over to almond milk, but I still eat cheese.
That's what I do.
But I love cheese, so it's gonna be a while before I get off of that. But like I tell people, my main thing is I cut back on meat, so I'll eat like the Morningstar stuff. It's still processed, it's still egg, so it's not vegan. I don't care about going vegan. That's not my goal right now. My goal is to cut back off meat, and from me doing that, it actually helps my body a lot, because I realize when I'm bullshitting but I have my good diet, like eating less meat, drinking a lot of water, eating nuts and a whole bunch of stuff like that, I still lose weight even though I'm drinking a lot of alcohol and like whatever. But when I'm doing all the worst shit, like eating bad, eating meat, drinking alcohol, I gain weight.
Yeah,
so
you don't
like
feel
right,
good.
yeah, you don't feel good. So like right now, I'm on my downward spiral of weight. I'm not really trying to lose weight because I'm done losing weight, but I mean I'm pressing close to my 160s. Yeah, I tell people I came from 250.
Yeah, like I said, he doing a good job, and that's my whole thing. Everything is just for me. Everything is in moderation. I don't want. I'm not a stickler for just 100%. Like this, you can only eat this, or you can only eat that.
Neither.
That's why I say windows for everything. And same thing that you're doing. Like I'll go 30 days maybe, and try not eat meat. But if I turn around in the next month, and for whatever reason I got a thing for eating chicken, or I want a steak, then that's what I'm gonna eat.
But I think it comes
at different times in different parts of the season. A good steak is actually really good for you.
But I think it's good. I think that's for guys though. For females that might not work. But the thing it come down to me is it come down to mental toughness. Everybody not mentally tough. I'm mentally tough as hell. So it's like if I choose today that, bro, I'm going to stop eating candy for a week. I'm going to stop eating candy for a week. Or cut back on sugar. Everybody's not like that. So I think that's why, like for instance, before I got into the podcast game, I was getting ready to go physical fitness. I'm glad that might not have been my calling, because I would be like maybe the worst to some people, maybe the best to some people, but maybe I'll be the worst to some people because like I move how I move. Because I could hop up. If I want to get up tomorrow morning and go run and struggle, I'm going to kick my ass, and I'm going to make sure I run at least a mile up, and I'm going to make sure I run at least a mile back. I might be dead after the fact. I might cramp up, but I'm going to do what I got to do. You know, but so that's why I feel like certain people got to get the mental right, but they also got to get their diet right, because it's like, okay, if my workout plan not the best, I'm going to make sure my diet the best. If my workout is the best, I don't really give a fuck about what my diet is. You feel me? So it's like pick and choose, but you gotta be mental tough type thing. True. It's really so bipolar that you really can't put your nose on it unless you with that client and you break down their habits and exactly what they do and what they eat, how they work out and everything.
And that's the biggest thing. I always tell people there's no possible way. One, like I said, you gotta have consultation, and the biggest thing is usually, like I've done meal prep before in the past, you want to ask people what do they, you really want to have an understanding of what they like to eat, what it is, like different things. And so, like I said, I'm not hell-bent on, like I said it before, I'm not hell-bent on traditional diet. It's just all about knowing your different windows and counting your calories.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
Because like I'm gonna keep it real, that counting calorie shit is dead for me. It never been me. You not gonna catch me on no app counting my calories of, oh, I ate a banana, so that's 5 points. I mean, I ate some chicken, that's 15 points. That ain't really my way. For some people it worked. It don't work for me. So just like I said, this is the guy you need to go to for physical therapy, because I'm going to be hard, I'm going to be harsh, and, you know, hopefully I can have a couple more physical trainers up here, you know, to get, you know, different, you know, objectives on stuff, because I'm going to be who I am. It's hard for me to do certain things or say certain things to certain people because I'm just mentally tough. Like, I'm a wrestler.
So when you lost all the weight that you lost, what all did you do?
I started out with diet. I tell people all the time, I cut back on bread. I drank a lot of water. I started eating, I just started eating a little bit lighter. So, you know, maybe more seafood, more than chicken, you know, more seafood, more than steak and red meat, you know, like just different stuff like that. You feel me? You know, but it was a main thing was cutting back on bread. Like even these days, I really don't even eat bread that much. And when I do eat it, it makes me like bloated as hell to the point where I regret even eating it sometimes. 'Cause sometimes I have a nice cheeseburger and it tastes amazing as hell from Sonic, and you know that's like my cheat meal, my like ultimate cheat meal. So like I don't be feeling the worst, but sometimes I'll eat bread and it make me bloated for like a day and a half, and I don't like it.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. When you stop eating something for a long period of time, your body will naturally reject it.
Yeah.
And so once you start actually living a more active, healthier lifestyle, and once you start living active, healthier lifestyle, and you start eating, making sure you're only eating certain different things, when you try to go back and eat something that you think that's what you really like, it's not going to be a good situation for
unless you just on some BS. Cause like I said, for real, like even you can ask, you know, anybody who was around me at the time. I wasn't eating vegetarian, like I wasn't eating Morningstar. So like I was eating meat, but I wasn't eating bread. So like a cheeseburger, my cheeseburger would be everything minus bread. So I put my cheese on it, mayonnaise on it, like everything on it, and just eat the meat. And my body would process that way faster. But then when I started cutting back on meat and I started eating the Morningstar and stuff, which is like egg and a whole bunch of other stuff, there's no meat product, my body breaks it down even faster. So it's like I still eat that like I would eat a cheeseburger, but I'm not eating meat. I mean I'm not eating bread. So I'm not eating bread and I'm not eating meat as much. So it makes my process of breaking down stuff even faster. And that's what people don't understand. Like our body's not really naturally meant to break down meat. So like when you eating meat and stuff, you know, it come down to your metabolism, but it come down to a lot of stuff. You being active and everything like that. You're not doing none of that. You eating meat and bread, you kind of took a double loss, cause I mean, it kind of is what it is. You feel me? Just like I say, I try to cut back on bread as much as possible. Like anybody else, I get bored sometimes. I be like, oh, I want a tomato pie. I want a pizza from Franzones. I want this. I want that. All types of bread. I might go a week eating bread every single day. But after that week, I can let y'all know from turkey. I don't want it no more. Because I be bloated as hell and don't nobody want to walk around, especially no guy feeling like you pregnant.
That's the thing. You pretty much want to live like you were saying. You want to live for yourself. Yeah, you want to live for yourself. There's different things. Everybody has their different goals. So, like I said, I'm not one of those people. Like as soon as when I meet someone or I consult with someone, I ask them the different goals. How much do you want to weigh? How much what you want your body type to be like? Everybody's different. Somebody, a female, could come to me and want to weigh 200 pounds, or they're weighing like 200 pounds, but everybody's 200 pounds doesn't look the same. That's just the truth and the reality of the situation. Everybody's 200 don't look the same. And so, you know, my thing is, it's just about me and you. The consultation is for you. What you happy at.
So what about the girls who, at nice weight, they kind of got the potential, but they want their weight to go to certain like places? What you do? What you tell those people?
You said they wanted to go to certain places. You said. I mean, there's definitely possibilities. You know what I'm saying? There's different areas.
Cut it out. He trying to give y'all false hope.
Listen, the truth of it it definitely can. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Is exercise that can enhance glutes. Is exercises that
can cut the
cores or whatnot.
Squat.
So you know, that's definitely a possibility. Like you said, you hit it on the bullseye, on the target, where a lot of this is really what you eat and how you eat. And then the physical, the exercising is like 40% of the process.
What's it on?
He ain't shit, man. He ain't shit.
So this is Taste Reaction Podcast. You know, we out here, we had a good time. And you know, again, rep out your squad, you know. Let them know.
Blazing Body Fitness.
Blazing Body Fitness.
Definitely around.
Amen.
Contact me. Let me know what your goals are, what you trying to, your goals and your objectives, and we definitely will make it happen.
Absolutely. And this is Taste Reaction Podcast, getting everybody from around the Tri-State to come on. Peace out.
You reppin' and throw it up. You reppin' and throw it up.
Squad Productions.
Yeah.